is Mike Rodriguez. I'm sergeant of the traffic unit here in Buffalo Grove. Now, as the traffic unit sergeant, one of my responsibilities is to be in charge of the school crossing guard program. We train and work with these 9 crossing guards throughout the year to make sure that the hundreds of school children in Buffalo Grove are safe as they go to and come from school. Now, with school starting up again, we thought we'd take this opportunity to supplement our enforcement efforts with this educational series, just to point out the new laws that apply to the school zones, as well as maybe brushing up on some of the old ones. Enjoy. Buffalo Grove crossing guards are trained professionals. Each of them receives annual crossing guard training with a curriculum provided by AAA that includes a written exam. These dedicated professionals man their crossings in heat, cold, rain, and snow, cherishing the safety of the children entrusted to their care. This video is going to include school zone safety topics like challenges faced by our crossing guards, guidelines for motorists and their behavior in school zones, suggestions for children walking to school, and an overall review of Illinois law covering school zones. One of the more common misunderstandings that motorists have is how they approach a crosswalk when pedestrians are present, especially in a school zone. Even though there are 9 crossing guard posts within the village, there are many crosswalks within school zones where the school kids have to cross without the added safety of a crossing guard. Motorists need to understand that it is their obligation to stop and yield the right-of-way to pedestrians who are crossing the roadway within a crosswalk. As you can see here, our students are crossing themselves and motorists are not complying with the law. Many motorists don't completely understand this law. Many motorists believe they don't need to stop when the pedestrians are not on their side of the road. However, Illinois law specifically mentions motorists must yield when pedestrians are approaching so closely as to be in danger. The statute specifies the school zone hours are from 7 a.m. until 4 p.m. However, drivers should always use caution in and around schools. Traffic tickets related to school zones generally carry higher minimum fines. Bottom line, take the extra few seconds to ensure the safety of our children by stopping and yielding whenever children are in a crosswalk. When driving in and around school zones, remember to always be scanning areas around parked vehicles, as children may unexpectedly dart out into traffic. Children need the cooperation of adults to keep them safe, especially when they make poor decisions.
My name is Denny Stone. I am the crossing guard here at Bernard and Arlington Heights Road. And I was a fireman for 31 years, and I know safety. My job in the fire department was protect property and lives. Then I'm a crossing guard, and I do the same thing. Protect lives. I'm here to save your life. You do whatever I say, and I guarantee you safe crossing. We all work together. Okay? So you can't run. If you're riding a bike, you have to walk the bike across. You cross the street, always look ahead and don't have any distractions. Because if something happens and I've got to yell at you to run across the rest of the way in front of a car coming, you won't be distracted by looking at that cell phone. Once you get across there, then you can use it when there's no cars around. Look straight ahead, don't have any distractions, walk fast or whatever you want, get to the other side. You guys got it? I know, you're good. Well, you need 90% cooperation with the drivers to keep the kids safe. Because once they cooperate, it's 100% safety for the kids. The first complaint I got is people are driving too fast. That's the number one. I'd say 9 out of 10 cars go over the speed limit. They're all in a hurry. That's one of the problems.
During the hours of 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on school days, the regular speed limits are reduced to 20 miles per hour. This law also applies to school driveways and other thoroughfares children may take to and from school. School zone speeding tickets are not eligible for court supervision.
I started to be a crossing guard. I got 17 years I'm going into. Speed limit is my biggest problem because they go over 20 miles an hour. I don't know what the reason is. It's scary for the kids. Number two is it's got to be the cell phone. I would say 8 or 9 out of 10 people are on the phone when they come through a school zone. If you have to make a phone call, pull over to the side someplace where it's safe and you're not driving.
Handheld cell phone use is prohibited when driving in active school speed zones. The hours and presence of children requirements are the same as the school zone speed law. Emergency calls are exempted from this restriction, as are phones used in voice-operated mode.
Call Mike.
No turn on red. I think they do that about as much as they're on a cell phone and speeding. My intersection, there's 3 no turn on red signs. Only when children are present, they got to obey the sign. And the sign is right in front of them, but they still turn. Even if I'm out in the street, they still turn. A lot of people disobey the stop sign. I might have the kids cross, but I have the sign still up in case somebody starts running across the street. They think it's okay to go. When the stop sign is raised, they don't go until I lower it down.
According to Illinois law, disobeying a lawful order from a crossing guard is the same as disobeying a police officer. Buffalo Grove crossing guards report violations directly to our traffic unit for enforcement follow-up.
And how would they feel if they ran over a kid? They'd have that for the rest of their life, wouldn't they? They would. That'd be very sad. You got to keep on your toes. You got to take care of the kids.